'06 Jeep Liberty oil pan. Failing to get these videos in before the job, but here's what's going on. So you can get a view. You're going to need 10mm, 12mm, 13mm, 14mm, 15mm. You will also need wrenches to go on the ends. Sorry, excuse me, this is the front where this transfer case goes in. Right. Oh, the lighting is horrible. Right there. These are going to be 16mm. Yeah, 16. Let me check. And the best part is, the way Jeep makes them is your bolt will be in like this, and the head's gonna be on this side. Well, this is in the way, so this lighting is horrible. Sorry, let me turn it around. So what you have to do on these right here, because the head will be in the wrong way. Okay. See, what we kind of have done here is this head on the right side has to be cut off because this control arm will be in the way, and it's honestly not worth taking it all apart for an oil pan. Up here is the oil pan, and they're all going to be 10mm on the oil pan. Okay, to drop the transfer case, there'll be a bolt right here, the passenger side. This is a 16. There'll be a bolt right here. This bolt will need to be cut off on the head and replaced. There's a bolt right here on the same side, driver's side though. That bolt will need to be cut off as well, unless you want to take off the control arm. I don't think that. I mean, in some cases it might be beneficial to take it off. Watch 2-3 more bolts, but these things can be hard to put in. Plus you get the spring you gotta watch out for. It's all user preference. This, a lot of people are probably gonna say, oh, that's not safe to do. Well, you know what? This is how I'm doing it. I thought that this would slide out. This is a carrier bearing 16mm. You can see a hole right through there, right?
Yes.
But on this side, nothing. Because the head snapped off on that. That's something you want to watch out for. The head did snap off. CV axle will be taken out. You'll need a 34mm for that. Brakes are 14mm, and the back of the bracket will be a 19mm. These ball joints for the top are going to be 21mm. You'll need a pickle fork or something to get that out. It is very difficult. Same thing for the bottom, 21mm. Trying to think of anything I can go over here. Hub's got to come out, obviously. Tie rod's in. So I couldn't get this to slide out because the carrier bearing's obviously seized in there now. I'm gonna have to figure that out. This should slide right out and you can put it on the floor. But if it's gonna hang up there, might as well leave it. A CV axle, big whoop, I can get a new one of those if need be. Not the best thing if you're working on a flat rate. And here is the pan, if you can see it. Okay. It's real bad shape. It's obviously not all the way done, but you can see I started. The one problem I'm having, and I'll figure this out, is these bolts are real rusted. So on this side, this bolt is currently stuck in. It's a 10mm, and the fan's damaged around it. I thought I could just pull it off, but I'm gonna work around it and get that bolt out. Also, one other thing. There's about 4 bolts up here right in the middle of the transmission and the oil pan. In order to separate those bolts, they're going to be 16mm. But there's going to be one of these aluminum plates. And just like this, and that comes up and down as you get the gist. I'm not going to put it up there, I got lines I have to move, but this comes down and then you can get right up and access the bolts. Again, sorry about the quality, guys. You can see those holes. Those you wouldn't be able to get those with this piece here on it, so you have to take that down. There's 4 16 millimeters. Okay, it'll be this one, and then as you can see on here, these two are going to be poked in facing this way when you take them out, and then the other two are going to be in the transmission hole here that you see, and they're going to be facing in that way, so you'll have to take the gun out, or the ratchet and gun, or the ratchet and take it out this way. So bolt head on this side, bolt head on this side. That is 4 in total, and then there are 2 bolts up here. Those are 16 millimeters as well. 15, I'm sorry, excuse me, these are all 15 millimeter bolts. These 2 have to come down from right here, and then you can release this plate, and I have this right over here for now. Also, this is 15 millimeters on both sides. This is right here, the carrier that goes. I'm so sorry about this lighting. I really wish I had it a little bit better. But that's what it looks like. It comes down. Oops. It comes down. This is right here. Normally, it's on the transfer case there in the front. So that pulls off and that'll come down. 15 millimeters. And then there are 3 bolts on the side of it, and those I believe are .15 millimeters. So those are on the side, and to get to those, you'll have to remove them off of this mount. If you have any questions, feel free. Also in the back, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I also have to do the rear transfer case right here for the customer. And these are 14 millimeter bolts, and the outside ones here are 15 and 17. But as you can see, this thing completely rusted out. So I got off as many bolts as I could, but I was left with a lot of bolts that looked something like this after they had snapped off. And the necks of them are really thin. So replacing this hardware will be vital if you do drop this cross member and you do decide to do this transfer case down here. You will need new bolts, because that's what they're looking like from an 07. Some of my videos that I make are, again, they're not going to be the greatest videos on a how-to, but they're going to let you know your bolt sizes, and you can always message me on the the YouTube video and let me know if you have a problem. But it's mainly just a problem with the job being flat rate, and I'm doing this while I work, so to show you guys what I look for in a YouTube video is sizes, and I'll figure it out from there. So sizes are something that I'd like to let people know off the rip. It's more annoying to me to see a YouTube video that says, oh, take off this bolt, and then take your tire and put it on the floor. What size is that bolt? 19? Okay, cool, so I can continue. Most people don't care about that. They'll figure it out themselves. I, however, do. Just the way I feel about it, and that's how I'm going to do my videos from now on. I will start the video with all the sizes that it needs, even if I start the video before or after and show you guys what's going on. I will always tell you what sizes are what.